Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're going to be checking out a track from an act named Ahk Flock titled Shootemdown. And if we switch over to here, apparently this track was produced by Dezeoin. And just before we get into it, if you like these guys' music, they've always got their YouTube channel, Shitty Music Group, but you can also follow them on Instagram at Ahk Flock and also Shitty Music Group. So without further ado, we're going to make this full screen, we're going to listen through this track from start till finish, and we're going to hear what we think. Let's go. Okay, I'm liking the choir vocals. Got like lots of vocal like sort of sub layers alongside the main part. Talking about shooting someone up. The bass boosting. It's so heavy on the sub bass, man. It's wild. Yep. Okay, I get it. So we're gonna kind of traditional sort of trap hip hop be where they're with the hi-hats and the claps and the kicks, and you know, we've got ourselves a really heavy bass with the choir vocals continuing as like a harmony on top of the rapping. I like the presence of the vocals given how intense everything is in the production in the background. Like there's a lot going on here, but they're managing to, the EQing's been done well. Impression. I like the higher sort of like more exacerbated vocals in the background there, that sense of urgency there, that chaos. Damn, Ahk Flock. Shitty Music Group. Shootemdown. The production's solid. I dig it. Vocals too. Because this is effectively the conclusion of my review of this track, Shootemdown by Ahk Flock. What do I think this track is about? I mean, I think it's about shooting someone and then beating the crap out of him. That's effectively what it's about. And not just them, the cops, the reverend, everyone. Everyone's getting a taste of it. So, you know, it's unrelentless violence. You know, it's fine. You know, that's the vibe we got from this track. And the vocals there are very calm and in control for the most part. This is someone who you just don't really want to screw with. It's nice to have someone down to earth when I'm talking about this kind of stuff. It can sort of come across as a bit cheesy if you're too elevated when you discuss this kind of stuff. Again, I like the higher sort of more strained kind of vocals about like shoot that bitch down, you know, that kind of stuff coming in as a sub layer, and I like how it was occasional, not all the time. I think that was a really important choice to make, because if you have too many vocal layers at once, it can just be a little bit too much for the listener to take in. Especially with that sense of unison between it. We didn't have too many sort of like different counter melodies going on there. The theme with the choir vocals and the extremely heavy sub bass and that sort of kick grind, the drum kit, you know, it was great. Got nothing but love for that. I think it was well considered and well implemented there. You did obviously have the floating of the chorus when he was talking about on the phone with someone about cutting that person down. And then you had everything come in once the main sort of verse and chorus part hook. I think it was like a hook, verse, hook kind of structure to it. So, you know, it's fairly easy to digest at 1 minute 30. You know, definitely no filler or anything like that. It was great that Ahk Flock didn't screw around with that. We had a very sort of simple message to send forth, and we did that eloquently. Do I think it needed to be longer? No. Do I think we needed to add anything extra to it? No. I don't mind if there's one sort of main musical motif in here if it's short form. And we had enough for the drums coming in and out and various sort of switches there and additional bits of layering of the vocals and stuff to make it interesting. Obviously the video is a whole nother story. There's been some really fierce editing there in that video with lots of different cuts and sort of color grading and stuff like that. A lot going on there. Definitely meant to be more of an sort of an audio-visual experience. So I'd recommend, again, checking out their YouTube channel, watching this video for yourself, or also following them on their Instagrams, Ahk Flock, and also, you know, just checking out their various social medias. But Yeah, it's great. I think that this track, in regards to like the actual motif itself, was almost like the death was coming, you know, with the choir, you know, kind of the end of days kind of vibe to it, which I think was really clever. And in regards to the production, the recording, mixing, and mastering, I mean, like, it was sensational. It was nice. The vocals are nice and clear, even if we didn't have a massive amount of presence to them, in the sense of like the size of them. Like, it was someone talking to you, just laying down the law how it was going to go. And then you had, again, the panning of those choir vocals on the side with that really intense bass there. Just really suffocating there. It was like you were being choked out. And the drums as well, they were nice and tight without any sort of like weird resonances or anything. There was side chaining going on there, but there was also so much bass that it was almost like the bass and the drums, kick drum, were like competing for each other's attention. And I didn't necessarily mind that. It was thick, a really thick mix. Nice filtering of the vocals with everything else. Sub layers there of the additional backing vocals there were a smart move. And ultimately, yeah, really good work here. I've got nothing but love for the effort put in, because this is effectively my review of this track by Ahk Flock titled Shootemdown, produced by Dezeo. And hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, please do go check out their various social medias and their YouTube page, and stay cool and stay safe. And please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.